morning. It's February 1st. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. Welcome to Just for Today. Today's session is pre-recorded. It's 9:13 a.m. on February 1st because I have an interfaith commitment. I need to get there on time. So thank you, technology, for allowing me to do both. So I encourage you, I won't be here to do a live chat, but I encourage you to put your thoughts and any questions you have in the chat, and I will check those later today. So this morning's reading comes from Just for Today, which is, as it says, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts. And if we understand addiction to be the repetitive behavior, any repetitive behavior, despite the observable, predictable, measurable negative consequences, I think beyond substances, all of humanity might at some point in time qualify. And so I invite you to, rather than compare yourself out, to compare yourself in by re-understanding the word addict. Okay, here we go. February 1st begins with a quote from page 22 of the basic text. We felt different. Only after surrender were we able to overcome the alienation of addiction. And here's the reading. But you don't understand, we spluttered, trying to cover up. I'm different. I've really got it rough. We use these lines over and over in our active addiction, either trying to escape the consequences of our actions or avoid following the rules that applied to everyone else. We may have cried them at our first meeting. Perhaps we even caught ourselves whining them recently. So many of us feel different or unique. As addicts, we can use almost anything to alienate ourselves. But there's no excuse for missing out on recovery. Nothing can make us ineligible for the program. Not a life-threatening illness, not poverty, not anything. There are thousands of addicts who found recovery despite the real hardships they faced. Through working the program, their spiritual awareness has grown in spite of, or perhaps in response to, those hardships. Our individual circumstances and differences are irrelevant when it comes to recovery. But letting go of our uniqueness and surrendering to this simple way of life, we're bound to find that we feel a part of something. The feeling a part of something gives us the strength to walk through life, hardships and all. Just for today, I will let go of my uniqueness and embrace the principles of recovery I have in common with so many others. My hardships do not exclude me from recovery. Rather, they draw me into it. I think that is a beautiful, secular, non-jargon commentary on unity. That while we are individualized, we are never separate. And recovering our awareness of the unified whole does, in fact, is, in my experience, the only thing that gives me the courage and support in this human realm to walk through anything. And so with that, I'm going to move us into a 5-minute meditation, and then I will bring us out with a spiritual mind treatment, also known as affirmative prayer. There is one power, one presence, one substance, one source, one creation, whole, perfect, and complete. And this one creation emanates itself, expresses itself in a multiplicity of form, expanding its expression of itself. No two forms of expression alike, manifesting its infinite possibility in form. And yet it is never used up or exhausted by its expression. All that is expressed in form, temporary, releasing its form, returning to the formless, to be reformed again, adding experience, adding expression to the imagination, to the mind, to this one. I am that in form. What is true of me is true of all. That the very essence of my being is this one power, this one presence, this one substance operating as me, expressing as me, expressing as all life. And so the journey is recovering the awareness of that, rediscovering the truth of our being. And as we recover it, embracing and embodying and revealing what has always been true, the infinite in form, individualized centers of peace, of harmony, of balance. And so I claim and affirm that that is the activity of life. I remind myself that every breath is revealing the perfection of life. And I surrender to that. And I surrender to it because I know that it's already complete. There's nothing to fight for, there's nothing to fight against, and everything to reveal and be. And so it is with the deepest faith and gratitude that I release all human need to control, all human ideas of limitation and lack. I invite everything that needs to be released to reveal God as. Ashe. Aho. Shalom. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.